carnal, dice mi gente, la raza está abajo y tú estás indiferente. Prefieres cerrar los ojos, no vi nada. Estabas ocupado por andar en la tomada. Te gusta tirar el cruising todo el día, buscando a las mujeres como si el mundo acabaría. Pero no sabías que tú podías continuar tu educación para superarte en la vida. Hermano joven, levanta tu frente y siente el orgullo de ser un descendiente de los aztecas, los incas y los mayas. Ayúdame a pelear y vencer.
Antonio Díaz con su programa de Mestizo Experience. Estamos en el mes de marzo, el año 2025. Y le ha estado diciéndole a gente que yo empecé este programa en 1995, que este año cumplo 30 años en mayo. Y muchas gracias para los que siguen sintonizando el programa. Y para los que apenas empezaron, pues que sepan que ya llevamos todos estos años aquí y ojalá que empiecen a sintonizar este programa. My name is Antonio Diaz, and as those of you that have been watching Mestizo Experience for the past few years, we've been on air now going on 30 years this May. And I wish to thank all of you that have been watching this program and are still around since those times. And for the new ones, well, welcome. And Tlazocamati. Today, I have a special guest, a candidate for mayor. San Antonio holds elections separately from state and federal. We hold them in May. So you'll be voting for city council and mayor this May, early voting late April. And one of the candidates, and I believe to be the most, for us that are working class people, living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make it, she is the most qualified to represent us. That's Diana Flores Uriegas. ¿Cómo
Hello,
estás, Diana?
Antonio.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
One of the main reasons that I think everybody right away wants to know is, why are you running?
Well, I'm running to represent people that are living paycheck to paycheck, just like me. I want to be the one representing that community here in San Antonio.
Well, your community, right? I mean, we've talked about this in the past. We're both activists. The people that know us know this already. And you participated in a lot of different conferences and marches and all these things that for women and for underrepresented people that have no representation. And that's why you're running to represent what people that are struggling to make it, right?
Yeah, we do struggle a lot. We don't get too much representation, just like the people that are running against, with me. They might have the money, and I'm glad they do, I'm happy for them. But we, the people, we want somebody to represent us, really represent us, because we live paycheck to paycheck and we struggle a lot.
You were saying earlier that when a wealthy person or someone with monies request to talk to the city council person or to the mayor or city manager or somebody, there's no waiting line, right? But when a
Yes,
poor
that's
person
true.
asks,
We
what
have
happens?
to wait in order to get our our needs done. We have to wait. But get a rich person up there and they don't have to wait. They just make the meeting right away, with them. I don't think that's right. We, the people, need to be heard and get things, for them done. Whatever they ask for, you know, needs to be met.
So if you're in office and you get people asking to have a meeting with you, the mayor, and they're not developers and or they're not bankers or they're not these rich people that normally have the open door policy with the mayor's office, would you see a poor person
I would.
from the south side or from the west side
I
or the
sure
east
would.
side that has some concerns, whatever concerns might be, either sidewalks or streets or lighting? Would you
Yes,
be willing to meet them and talk to them?
I would. I would accept them right away.
Not make them wait 2 or 3 months?
True. I won't let them wait. I will, see them, and I'll even tell them, show me the problems. I'll go with them, to see them, so that it could get fixed or done. That's what we need here in the city. We don't need many of these developers, to come and, be building a lot of stuff, you know, buildings and whatever. It's okay if they pay their way, and not imply it in the people, you know. Sure, we need a HEB or whatever in our neighborhoods, but don't put the cost on the people.
You're
You
talking
know.
about like what we've seen in some of the development is where they give them abatements. They abate the taxes for drainage or utilities or even for the land, the taxes. They don't charge them any, and yet a poor person. We were talking about the only apartments that were downtown, the soap works that are being closed, and even for an efficiency there, I think you have to pay like $1,000. But now they want to build luxury apartments where even I think an efficiency would go to 3 to 5 thousand.
We the people that are living paycheck to paycheck, uh, we can't afford those apartments. Really, we can't. And
You
I
used to work
spoke
in you
to
used
a
to work
lot
in
of
but
adults.
you used to work in hospitality, right? So
I sure did.
you know the
Yeah.
struggle of these young people working downtown in the hotels
Yes, I
and all this.
do. And all the trouble they go through. And I mean they struggle so much. People don't really know unless they're in their shoes. And it's hard to make ends meet. Yeah, they have kids here and there, but they still take care of them and whatever. You know, they uh they don't ignore their kids, and it's hard. They have to work 2, 3 jobs, to make ends meet, for whatever they've done. Uh, the luxuries, they're fine, but uh, not to all of us.
Can't afford luxury sometimes. You just have
Yeah,
to
we
do the
can't. Sometimes I mean, we can't even take vacations. It all goes on bills and whatever necessities that we need.
if you have any medical needs, right?
Couldn't we live exactly like the rich? Give us a chance. People need chances. You might look at me and say, well, look at her, right? Yeah, they look at me, but I mean, I got that right too. Like, I'm here running for mayor. Who would have known, right, that I could run for mayor? But I would like to make a lot of changes, I would, to help the people that need, a lot of help. A lot of their properties get damaged by, I'm sorry to say, but the firemen and the cops. But who pays for those damages that they do? They don't, and they expect you to do it. Us, the people, to fix whatever damage. And the apartments, you damage their apartments and you gotta pay, to fix it, or they'll, I don't know what they do to you, sue you or whatever. But uh, everybody's damages has to be done, paid for and stuff. And we can't afford those too, You got kids. Everybody love kids, yeah. But what if they're right on the wall?
Well, you're talking about costs, just cost in living in certain apartments, and you
Yes.
need to pay for those repairs, and a lot of people can't afford it and they end up being evicted. So that's what you're concerned about. But there's so San Antonio's grown so much. I think it's like maybe close to 2 million people right now, and a lot of growth to the north side, and you're seeing a lot of growth in the south side, where you're originally from, and you want to represent those people that are moving in there and having all these needs because they have to. I think they have nowadays. You have to work so hard just to be able to have transportation, like a car, truck. Otherwise, you're going to
Yes,
be
and
stuck on the bus, and
yeah,
it's
your
even
car
harder.
breaks, you got to fix it, it's expensive.
So
Cars
those are the
cost
people
too
you want to
much.
be representing, right? Is all
Yeah.
these people that are, I guess, get left out of the picture when the city is making plans to keep growing. They don't consider all these things. They right away they say, well, you have a via corridor and you can take the bus, but if you're at 110-degree weather and you're already up in age, or you got kids, or it's raining, or it's been windy like nowadays, all these things, you need a vehicle. Gas prices, we were just talking about it. They just went up like 40 some odd cents since yesterday to today. So you don't know where things are going to be. And a mayor like you that is concerned for people that are struggling to make it every month,
Yes, sir.
I think is what we need. We don't need people that are going to be thinking about luxuries and rich people, and those are the ones they spend their time with because, in other words, if I'm a city councilman, I'm supposed to look after the needs of the people, or if I'm the mayor, instead of looking towards how am I going to benefit from meeting with this person. He's a millionaire, a billionaire, a developer. He wants to put this high-rise building here. I'm going to give him all the rights to all the permits. And all my constituents that voted for me, I'm going to make them wait because they don't have the same money that I can benefit from as this guy or this lady or this company has. You will not be that way, right? You're going to be looking to the
No,
people
I will.
and representing the
I'd
everyday people.
rather hear my people first, because we've been ignored too much.
And they're the ones voting for you anyway, right?
Yes, and they'll be the ones voting for me, and I will, a vote for me is a vote for yourself.
And one
You
vote,
know.
one vote's all you get. I mean, you might be a whole corporation, but you're one person. You vote one time. You're some working class person in the South Side. You also get that one vote,
Yeah,
and that's what you hope to get to become mayor, right?
yes. I appreciate all the luck that everybody's giving me, but lucks really don't win you the seat.
Well,
you
you mean
know?
the wishes? They're wishing you a lot of luck.
Yeah, because
But you-
they all tell me that wish you.
But what do you tell them then?
But I tell them that I prefer your vote better than your wish.
Well, both, right?
Because
Wish me luck, but vote for me, right?
but wishing for me is like if I should win this race, I will be listening to you. Your vote is my vote too. You win like me.
See, a lot. Diana was talking about people deserving second chances, and a lot of people don't know because like nowadays, the NAACP does the voter registration inside the Bexar County Jail. We've done that.
Yes, we
Diana
have.
was inside the Bexar County Jail registering people because, see, this is the way the system works. If you're too poor to make bail, you can't bail yourself out. You stay there until you go to court. I think it's up to 3 or 4 times, which can be over a year, and you're not convicted of anything. You're just too poor to make bail. So Diana went in there and registered people that were waiting still for their court date, and letting them know that they have the civil right, the right to vote.
Yes. And if you're not in paper, yeah, you could, or writing on, you could vote.
Are you talking about people that are no longer on probation or parole, right?
Yeah.
They can also vote after they've done their.
They might not tell you, but you got the right to vote.
And those are the people that have the hardest time to find a place to live,
yes,
a place to work.
Get a job and all that. People need a second chance, and you got to give them a second chance. How are they gonna live? You wanna get rid of the homeless and all that, you're saying, but if you don't help them, they'll still be there. So I wanna be the one that helps them, and give them that way. They could have a place to stay, a job, and a place to stay, and be able to live like all of us. We all need a second chance, and we all need help, and we can't be waiting and waiting all the time. You go to HEB, you wait. You go everywhere, you wait. Everywhere you wait. When is it gonna end? Can I just come to you, or you come to me, and we talk it out and whatever and get it resolved? Get it fixed?
We have
or we have to wait?
Well, this has been Diana. We just have a few seconds left, and I would like to thank you, Diana, for being willing to come out here and talk about you wanting to represent the everyday working people of San Antonio that struggle to make it every month, living paycheck to paycheck like yourself. This is Diana Flores Uriegas. She's running for mayor. Vote for her late April, and election day is what, Diana?
And a vote for me is a vote for yourself.
What day is election day?
May 3rd.
On May 3rd, remember. Muchas gracias, Diana.
So I heard that if you speak an indigenous language on indigenous lands in an industry that is maybe finally indigenizing, then time immemorial is your 30 seconds. Atlan Gunas Chish, to GBH, PBS, Atomic Comics, to Ray Langford for all of your work, for Dorothy Gillum for having this dream, for the entire team of Molly of Denali, which includes elders and culture bearers and indigenous language speakers who made this their vision. To all you writers out there, all you native writers, all you native babies who might be wondering, can I tell my stories through film and television? Masi Cho, let's go!
Otra vez, muchas gracias por sintonizando este programa de Mestizo Experience. Van a ver unos videos de nuestras gentes indígenas, pero más para el norte, y una de una danza, para que sepan que este programa está siempre dedicado a gentes indígenas y cómo nos ha ido en tiempos pasados y cómo nos va hoy. Estamos también celebrando a unas organizaciones indígenas que han producido programas y tal, y van a ver un video sobre eso. I'm saying we're going to be watching certain videos on indigenous people, one short video on the past, on how we were treated as far as land being taken. We're going to see a danza and also a celebration of producers and indigenous people in video and other entertainment. But I also wanted to talk about today's economy and how things are going under this new regime, new presidency, that it's not as it was painted, it's not as it was preached and told to us, that so many things are going to happen, lower costs for this and that, and it's, we see it's not only that, but we see a lot of ominous dark clouds as far as wars and all that. This man that's the president now was saying he wanted the Nobel Peace Prize. Well, you're not going to get a Nobel Peace Prize for fighting with your neighbors, such as Canada, wanting to annex Canada, fighting with Mexico, again, continue deporting and fighting, separating families and incarcerating their family members in different private prisons and without rights, and even for us born here and claimed as U.S. citizens, our civil rights that we were so hardly fought for back in the 1960s, and all that is being repealed, done away with by this new president, Donald Trump, and his imp cohort of Musk, who's not even a U.S. citizen. I don't know if he's still holding a Canadian citizenship or his original citizenship from South Africa. But this man is going through all federal departments, firing and cutting and doing, because supposedly they want a lower taxation to not have so much federal government that is too big. But as a population, if we're going to continue with at least a population of over 300 million, as for the United States, we need those services. And again, Social Security is not an entitlement. It's not an entitlement. It's something we've paid into all our lives, or our working lives, and we want to continue paying into it. We don't want him to end that taxes, because that is how you get Social Security. It's not an entitlement. The government doesn't give it to you like just a freebie. It's not. Pretty much all the representatives, congressmen, and senators and all that, they get a bunch of freebies, vacations, and so forth, worth millions of dollars. Judges, you have Thomas over there, and all these people that are getting all these freebies, you should look into that corruption, not into someone's grandmother or grandfather who is getting Medicaid and Medicare and on Social Security, and you want to take all that away. Or little kids that are needing those school lunches, to do away with that. Or early schooling. All that is insane to do away with. Public education and Social Security and all these things that are being cut just to give the tax breaks to the multi-millionaires and billionaires that don't pay taxes after they earn what? I think it's under $200,000 a year. If you earn $200,000 a year or more, you don't even pay taxes. But yet they're controlling what the poor people that pay taxes actually have as services by cutting all this, the staff, all the workers, and the VA. If Trump starts a war, he's over there bombing Yemen right now, one of the poorer countries that is standing up against Israel, defending Palestine, to be able to continue to get aid, because Israel has a blockade there in the Red Sea, not allowing ships to go in with aid, with food, with medical aid for the Palestinians. That's what Israel is stopping. That's the bombing that Donald Trump authorized for the U.S. military to do against Yemen, against the Houthis, and he wants to start a war against Iran. Well, he should remember Jimmy Carter and the hostages that were taken by the Iranians and the Ayatollah back then, and how the gas prices shot way back up at that time. We had lines going who knows how long. I guess he wants that again. That's how he's going to improve the economy. That's how we're going to pay less for everything. All you people that voted for him, because I sure didn't. Hell no. All you people that did should be kicking yourselves in the rear right now for having voted for him. You should have just laughed at him and cast your vote for anybody else but him. But there he is now, and you're seeing all the calamity. Le estoy diciendo que primero van a ver los videos y todo que tenemos en el programa y también aquí el interview con ojalá la alcalde del futuro, Diana Flores Uriegas. Pero ahorita le estoy haciendo un comentario sobre la situación que tenemos con este presidente nuevo que quiere hacer guerra con Canadá, se la quiere quitar a la gente de Canadá, quiere agarrar otro terreno de Greenland, está peleando con México, está peleando con todo el mundo y dice que quiere un premio por ser el que trae paz en el mundo. Eso es un ridículo, como todo lo que dice él es un ridículo, es puras mentiras y ridículos. Y la gente ahí todavía lo están aplaudiendo, los congresistas republicanos que todavía siguen persiguiéndolo ciegamente. Ellos están representando a ustedes, los están eligiendo a ellos y ellos no lo están haciendo caso. Por eso tuve aquí a Diana Flores Uriegas hoy, porque ella va a ser una persona que sí va a escuchar a la comunidad y va a tratar de ayudar. No va a hacer mentiras como todos los demás y no va a hacer nada. Porque uno tiene mucho dinero o dice que tiene mucho dinero y educación, no quiere decir que tiene corazón para ayudar a su gente. Por eso traje a Diana Flores Uriegas aquí y la entrevisté. Pero estoy diciendo, el presidente de los Estados Unidos de América hoy en día es un payaso, pero es un payaso muy peligroso, que va a empezar una guerra global si no lo paran, si no lo echan fuera. Y eso se lo estoy diciendo a los congresistas. Si escuchan este programa, que se le abren los ojos, los oídos y el pensamiento, que lo que está pasando hoy en día no es nada bueno para la gente, para nuestras comunidades. Es bueno para los ricos, para los billonarios, pero no para la gente común que los eligió, que votó, que salió a votar, tomó su tiempo ir a votar. Como dice Diana, para todo tenemos que esperar, para todo esperamos. Vamos a esperar a ver si cambian las cosas para lo bueno. Antonio Díaz con su programa Mestizo Experience, Tlazocamati Tosticate.
The United States government is offering you a piece of land of your own.
We have our own land.
No, it's not yours. It's the U.S. government's.
Did they buy it?
No.
Did they trade for it?
It's not like that.
Then how can they own it?
He has a point.
We will give you everything you need if you will just submit to living on a reservation.
We need nothing from you.
You can depend on your country to take care of you.
You are not my country.
Mr. Durant, if we could just...
Senator Crane has come here to offer your people a better way of life.
Better than what?
Better than what you have.
I like what I have.
¿Qué onda, carnal? Dice mi gente, la raza está abajo y tú estás indiferente. Prefieres cerrar los ojos, no vi nada. Estabas ocupado por andar en la tomada. Te gusta tirar el cruising todo el día, buscando a las mujeres como si el mundo acabaría. Pero no sabías que tú podías continuar tu educación para superarte en la vida. Hermano joven, levanta tu frente y siente el orgullo de ser un descendiente de los aztecas, los incas y los mayas. Ayúdame a pelear y vencer.